90% of bad breath is caused by this: gum disease, plaque accumulation, rotting teeth, cavities, and actually now veneer breath. What is veneer breath, you may ask? Some patients we are observing now, when they've had veneers done abroad, they come back to us complaining of constant bad breath. The reason for this is not done very well. They are overextended. That means you can literally use your nail and go around the margin. You can feel a little ledge. Bacteria is constantly harbored in those spaces that you can't access all the time, creating what we call the veneer breath. Did you know veneer breath was a thing? Let me know in the comment section.
And don't beat me up over this, but we as women would benefit more if we listened more and talked less. Not necessarily because men know everything or whatever, but because they think differently than we do. They look at things differently than we do. So if we could be quiet long enough to actually listen to them, we would be able to realize that there's something to learn from the way that they view things. Just being honest. I mean, being understood is important, 100%, but so is being teachable. Pay attention. Sometimes you just have to shut the up, because whether we like it or not, they do be knowing. They be right a little bit. You gotta give credit where credit is due. Sometimes we're a little slow, and that's why we're supposed to compliment each other. Sit back, listen, ask questions, but be teachable. Thank you.
The top says, "Oop, man proposes an idea for single men to spend Valentine's Day together." They're doing what they normally do. They are doing things to impress their homeboys. We can't do nothing. I'm just waiting for these straight men to just start wearing thongs.
They go to every Valentine's Day post. Y'all gonna be in lingerie. Y'all gonna be rubbing together. Y'all gonna be slapping each other booties. Did they slap?
No.
You're lying. They brought you gifts, right?
We bought each other gifts.
Y'all don't even buy y'all.
Wait, but how does that look?
What? Are you dumb?
Y'all more romantic to y'all homegirls, and this is what men have been saying throughout the course of everything.
Absolutely
Y'all more
not.
romantic.
We are way more romantic to our men than we are to each other.
What's the most romantic thing you've done?
I can't say that I've done anything. I haven't been with anyone around Valentine's.
And I would love to have a good Valentine. That means you should have met a better man. You don't pick men back good either.
No, it's not that. I mean, it sounds like, yeah, but no.
What usually happens, because modern women are thinking that men are, kind of sitting in the house alone, just in a dark room. And sometimes I guess you might be, if you're thinking about some stuff. And I would actually honestly and truly encourage that. There's a lot of men out here that are checking out and choosing peace, right? So what's happening is a man is getting home. My house is quiet. I don't have a lot of drama going on, a lot of chaos, no foolishness, nobody texting me with a bunch of attitude, no nonsense, none of that. I ain't got to try to show up, prove myself to somebody that don't like me. I don't have to do all that. He said, well, you're not a man anymore. No, I just avoid foolishness. That's really all it is. I'm just avoiding the nonsense. That's it. I'm not out here trying to disrespect nobody. I'm not out here trying to give nobody no grief. I'm not out here trying to act crazy with nobody. I'm just trying to avoid foolishness.
Men, I think what you have confused is that as a woman, I don't need you any longer. Like up until the 70s, I needed you to get a credit card. Up until recently, I needed you to have a baby. I don't need you anymore. You don't complete me. Like Jerry Maguire said, I am complete by myself. So when I say you have to earn me, it's that you have to earn the right to receive my time, my beauty, my femininity, my softness. Like I'm an add value to you more than you're an add value to me.
Let me ask you, what is you say you add value, you're an add value to him. What is it, honey? I want to know. I want to see it in list form because your personality bites. It sucks, right? I couldn't listen to you for more than a hot minute, right? And if I were a guy and took you on a date and you had even a touch of that little nastiness in your voice, I would be out of there, before you could blink.
Modern women find 80% of men as unattractive. And so on dating apps, which people will argue that maybe people on dating apps aren't looking for something serious, but that's the number one way people meet. Women only swipe right 5% of the time, up to 20% on the high end in certain studies. So women are all sleeping with the same guys. So for guys that are in that percentage, it's like they just have an abundance of girls throwing themselves at them. And then the women will come back later and say men are trash, but that's who
I think we need to have a speed dating thing, me and you, girl.
Modern women like to say, why doesn't a man approach me anymore? Well, there's a lot involved in approaching right now. So if a man says hello, or he, tries to be, a lot of these guys are trying to be respectful. They really are. But if he says that, then all of a sudden, depending on what you like, and that's what the whole conversation hinges on, depending on what you like, depending on what you want to do, all of a sudden he becomes disrespectful. He becomes a pedo. All of a sudden he's making you uncomfortable, all that other stuff, right? If a man's at work, he compliments you. Oh man, I like that dress. Oh man, I like that. I like whatever the color of you color your eyes, all of that stuff. You're just being nice, right? All of a sudden, oh well, now you're being weird. Oh, now you're being a creep, and all of that. It's a whole bunch of foolishness that goes on, and the man is like, well, why do I keep on getting myself into this? Who wants to walk into that? Who wants to be a part of that? That's what you have to start thinking about. If I were a man, how would I perceive myself? The way that I look. You're not going to get it right all the time. You're not going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that you have to accept the advances of every man, right? Nobody's asking you to do that. Just asking you to treat people like a human being.
I went on a date last night and this man was like talking to me about his hobbies and stuff, and he was asking me if I like camping. And I was like, I like the idea of camping. And then I literally looked at this man in his face, first date, while we're eating. And I said, I just can't be in the woods, as long as there's a toilet for me to use. He does want to go on another date though.
Safe to say that man is now in love with you. Men love authenticity, especially early on. You're talking on the first date. He loves that because that means that you are comfortable being who you are in front of him, and he doesn't have the cherry-picked version of you. He knows what he's signing up for and he likes it. Plus, this only benefits you because you're setting your boundaries with him. Like, he knows that you just want to go somewhere with a toilet and then you're willing to camp, and heck, you're willing to camp with him. That is a huge green flag. That is a win-win all the way around.
The thing about veneers that really kind of rocks me a little is that your real teeth are still...
My question is, does water or food debris get stuck underneath? I know it's glued on, but are there areas where sometimes, where there's paint being lifted off the wall? Are there areas that aren't stuck and debris gets under and you just your mouth stinks? That is my genuine question.
I think what's funny is that a lot of these modern women, a lot of them, they want to live a certain lifestyle. They want to live a certain way. They start going to farmers markets, start dressing a certain type of way. Do your thing. You want to change. You want to do something different. I'm working on making sourdough bread. That whole thing, you're captioning everything. I'm in my divine healing journey. I'm in my divine feminine energy. I'm this, I'm that. I'm cooking and cleaning and all that stuff, and get ready with me while I clean, and watch me while I clean, watch me while I cook and all that stuff. But then don't cook for that man. Don't cook for him. All of a sudden, I'm not cooking for a man. Come with us as we go to Target and we do grocery shopping. I got a good man. He bought all the groceries. Did you cook for him? Nope. Nope. Did you make him a snack? Nope. Did you say thank you? Nope. Because then I wouldn't be in my divine feminine. Because then, he would think that he's not supposed to do those things. He's supposed to get a thank you for doing those types of things. A man is here to protect and provide and support me. Right. I think what I'm getting at is you guys do a lot of stuff. You say you want to be in the divine feminine era, a soft girl era, a passenger princess era. Like I said, a soft girl era, the trend is to cook sourdough bread and go here and do all of that stuff. But you do none of that stuff for your man. And at some point in time, a man is going to get tired once again, of the stuff that he's doing, the energy that he's putting out, not being reciprocated.
My content has never been about dating. It's never been about men versus women. My content has always been about common sense. Let's look at things a little bit differently than the way the world has always told us to look at things. That's it. Applied to dating. I just tried to be the voice of reason. Y'all treated me like I was the voice of treason. So, but you gotta pick a side. No, I don't have to pick a side. I pick the side that's reasonable, and nobody gets it right every single time. So if you want your man to be as fine as you, women always talk about we're visual creatures as well. Okay, so you want your man to be as fine as you are. When women are supposed to bring the physicality, but you also want him to protect and provide and do the things that we want men to do. That means technically he's out of your league. And y'all wonder why y'all have problems with the men, because you're punching above your weight. If you ain't finer than your man and he got money, the scales are not balanced. That doesn't make any sense. A rich man want a woman that's finer than him. So y'all can get mad at me if you want. This is just common sense. That's it.
Good morning. So apparently the is upset because they feel like I only bash them and I don't talk about. I'm gonna post the screenshots of what the is saying. They think that I don't say nothing about goofy. And I'm thinking in my head, do y'all not look at yourselves in the mirror every day y'all wake up? Y'all look like without the makeup, the wigs, and the weave. What is we talking about? Now it's a problem, but it's not a problem that there's 300 million trillion up here every day begging for money from hard work. Don't got bills to pay, like don't got kids to feed, like don't got haircuts to get. You be having that work for FedEx and UPS, delivering mail up to 33 flights and no elevator in the heat. First thing he looked down at his phone is asking for. Imagine that. Go out and get y'all own money. I with that fake bougie y'all just started eating crabs at the age of 25. Only crabs y'all used to see was the ones between y'all legs. Y'all just started eating steak. The only steaks y'all used to have was the steakums in the freezer. Can we stop playing around, please?
So I honestly think up until this point, modern women have been real clear about the stuff that they do and they don't want, right? Well, I don't want this part of tradition, but I do want this part of tradition over here. And consequently, it seems to always be the part of tradition that benefits you the most. Interesting. And they're dishonest about, well, you know, that's misogynistic. So what they do, knowing that they have to sacrifice, knowing that they would have to work and reciprocate, they just say, well, everything the man wants is misogynistic. So we can't, I mean, you wouldn't want to do that anyway because the patriarchy hurts you. Now, I get it. I understand it. You talk about the patriarchy, talking about the system. There are some parts of the system that as a man, it hurts you too. Got it. Understand it. I agree. But why is it that nothing in the system that you want hurts you? When it comes to the stuff that you want, and it's a part of the patriarchy, it's a part of the old system, that's healthy. We need to keep on doing that. Those are the things that we need to keep. But when it comes to what a man wants, you see, it's just ingrained in you. You're a bad person. You can't do anything about it. We have to train you. We as a society, we as women have to train that up out of you. It's the patriarchy, man. You gotta get it.
Men ever thought about telling you how they feel while it's happening?
There is nothing we would love more than to be able to do that. But have women ever realized how they respond to men when that happens? Let me show you a prime example.
What is the most painful thing anyone has ever said to you?
It was definitely what my ex said after we had our closure moment. She said that I was the person that got her out of her depression and got her outside. And then the moment that she realized she had to do that for me, she couldn't. And so she left me. I was in a very dark place. I had a lot of people at that time.
The moment this man opened up to her and explained to her how he was struggling because he was having deaths in his family, and how now the same way that he helped her get through her mess, he was in need of her to help him work through his. and she showed him why he should have never done that. For any of the ladies watching, you think this is a one-off, go ahead and read the comments of this video. Any of the men who have experienced anything like this, please tell us about it. If your man is not opening up to you, it's because you have taught him it's not safe to. I know this is very hard for some ladies to comprehend, but maybe you should take some accountability in this one. Show some empathy for a man when he's struggling, instead of weaponizing it against him.
If he blocked you, that means you have so much power over him.
Please, please, please take me back, please.
If you've ever been blocked by a man, what an experience. First of all, go off, queen. You're in your feminine energy. Like, who are you, me? Also, thank you very much. It's flattering. You just couldn't bear to not text me. You had to block me.
Please, please take me back. How could you get to this?
If you have been blocked on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on literally everything, even your text messages are being blocked.
I don't want to do this if I don't have you, please.
I'm going to tell you the truth. It's because they don't want you in their world.
Please, record me, I don't care.
If you find that a man blocks you, you impacted him so much that he had to remove you from his sight. If a man blocks you, it shows he's still invested in you, you have a hold on him, and he cannot have you around because...
You want to know if you got that man by the grip of your hands? If he blocks you.
Hey, stop. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
If a man blocks you, you are legendary. You're a queen. You need to be written about.
I need you.
When a man blocks you, it's a good thing, because although you think he doesn't care, it's actually the opposite. Because if a man truly didn't care, he would just move on quietly.
Take me back. Please. I'm going crazy. Please. 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 Walter.
And we see a lot of modern women continue to ask why men aren't coming up and asking them out anymore. Like, it used to be a thing. That used to be what men do. Like, why are men not doing it? Right? For a lot of men, the effort gets, it kind of gets front loaded. And I have to do this. I'm expected to pay for stuff. I'm expected to plan. I'm expected to try to impress you and do all of these things. And I don't even have a clue if you even like me. And a man has to do that over and over again. All right, if it's like, I don't know, $10 each, but when it's like $100 each, well, now I'm thinking about if I even want to continue this.
Imagine saying, babes, can you grab some chocolate while you're out? And he comes back with this. Okay, so I watched this like multiple times trying to figure out what the problem was. She asked him to bring her chocolate. He brought her chocolate. What's wrong with the chocolate? The clip kept going by so fast that I couldn't read the full chocolate bar. And then by the time I finally did, I thought that it said, perfect for sharding. And I was like, oh, he accidentally brought her laxative chocolates. Yeah, if he brought her laxative chocolates, I can see why she would be upset. Then I realized I was wrong. It says perfect for sharing. So now I'm back to square one. Now that I know that they're not laxative chocolates, lady, it's chocolate. He completed the assignment. And there are a few people in the comments saying things like, well, a good partner would have known what kind of chocolates she really wanted. And here's the thing, we need to slow down and stop treating telepathy like it's the bare minimum. We cannot and never will be able to read each other's minds. Maybe she said something one time about liking to try new things and he was going off that. Maybe she has never specified verbally that she's actually picky about her chocolate. But I really feel like the last thing anybody should be doing is getting mad at the guy who got asked to pick up chocolate, and so he picked up chocolate. I don't have my spray bottle with me because I'm traveling, but bad partner shamer. Bad.
And I think also something else that men go through that a lot of modern women don't really care about is modern women, a lot of them are cold, a lot of them are indifferent until they decide that you're worth their time. Oh, he's a person that, I guess it's worth it to talk to him and be nice to him and treat him like a human being, right? She don't smile at you. She don't engage. She won't give you anything until you're vetted for the job. And that doesn't make any sense, man. Because if I'm saying, hey, how's it going? And you can't say, hey, how are you? And be polite. Obviously it's not all women, but there's a lot of ladies out here, a lot of modern women out here that you'll be talking to them and they won't talk to you until, oh, he's got a nice car. Oh, he's got a nice a job. Or he's, the VP of sales, or he's the VP of finance. Oh man, he's very powerful and maybe he can help me out. Then all of a sudden she's friendly. All of a sudden, oh, I just didn't know you. And, I guess I just never even seen you around. We're sitting at the same table for lunch. And I was saying, so what do you do? What unit do you work in? Who's your supervisor? When'd you come into the job? Just trying to get to know a little bit more about you. But you act like you didn't hear me. Modern women are doing that crap, man. And that when a man stops messing around with you because you was acting stupid, it'll be your own fault.
This is what happens when you go to a birthday dinner with a lot of low IQ people and the bill come.
So the bill's $5.16, so I'm gonna just take out what I got, and then y'all can just split the bill on y'all own.
Nah, but everybody's splitting the bill, so why are you taking out what you got? Respectfully, if you didn't have no money, you should have.
Respectfully, I'm not paying for your steak, and I'm not paying for your mac and cheese, I'm not paying for your mashed potatoes, I'm not paying for your $5 drinks.
Talk. It's an expensive restaurant, so why?
I know I paid the restaurant. I told Nas before that I was splitting my bill, and I'm not paying with y'all because I told you what it was. Go through the messages.
Stay home though. Nah, you should have just stayed home.
It doesn't matter. It is a birthday dinner.
When you go to a birthday dinner, you spend bread.
I'm sorry. Why y'all getting so loud? Why y'all getting so loud? Nas, get your people incorrect because I'm not paying for their stuff. I'm not paying for their stuff. Respectfully. I got myself chicken wings and french fries.
Here until the bill is paid because you're.
Oh, no. Sorry. Y'all gonna stay here and split the bill.
So, not for nothing, I completely agree. And then I don't know if you heard in the video, but she said, yo, Nas, you get your people. So I'm going to a birthday dinner with some people I don't even know. Let's say if it was 7 people and the bill's $700 and I only had like $35, there's no way I'm covering everyone else's that had mad drinks. What if I drove myself there and I don't even drink? You bugging if you think I'm paying for other people. And the lowest IQ response is that, oh, if you broke, you should have just stood home. That's about the dumbest response ever. Because obviously I got bread because I don't want to pay or foot some of y'all bill. I'm broke. The responses to some of these people these days is, oh man, bro, it's something else. But I agree with her. I'm not paying for nobody. I know a lot of people that have been in this situation. Pay for your and then that's it. Happy birthday. If you know the birthday person, y'all could go out just y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll treat you to this. I'll treat you to that. Ain't no way I gotta foot somebody being careless, ordering drinks, mad steak, leftovers, and they not doing. Nah, we good off that in 2025 and beyond.
And what modern women are not understanding is that they keep on asking for a good man. Why can't I find a good man? Where is a good man at? Yada, yada, yada. A lot of these men be standing right in front of your face. They always be there. And you get comfortable with the man always being there. You start taking the man for granted. And then one day he realizes, me being here doesn't really mean anything to her. Me giving her all of these things doesn't really mean anything to her. She doesn't appreciate what I'm doing. Why am I still here? So then, when he actually leaves and he don't come back, all of a sudden you're confused because the man is finally choosing himself. The man is finally choosing peace versus messing around with you. And the window that you had to do right is all of a sudden closed. And y'all don't understand, good men can get tired too. They get tired getting disrespected. And a lot of times it might not necessarily be, oh, I was outright disrespecting him, calling him crazy to his face. But just the fact that you don't appreciate anything that he does. I never get a thank you. Never get any cards from you. Nothing ever. For literally decades. And you expect me to keep on doing that with no appreciation. I'd say you.
Dad! Stop! What did you do to me?
Oh my God, come here, baby.
Daddy!
Wow. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Let's go upstairs. Come on. Let's go upstairs.
Get her out of there.
Let's go upstairs. Come on.
And you know what's funny is that a lot of these modern women will talk about how they want a man with masculine energy. I want a man who acts this way, does this, you know, the whole alpha man at masculine. Maybe not alpha, but like, you know, masculine. Obviously, they like to say they don't, but they have a list of things in their head that they associate with being masculine, right? Whatever. Fine. Problem is, when you actually have that man walk into your life, because you don't really even know what an actual man is, a real man is, then you're like, oh, he's not masculine, or he's not masculine enough, or he's too masculine. You honestly don't even know what any of that is. So it would behoove you, and it would be best for you at this point in time to sit back and learn something. But modern women don't really do that. What modern women want a lot of times is a man in a costume. Really don't even want a man. They want a woman in a costume as a man. They want them. I was actually talking to somebody about this today. I was like, you know what? You really don't want a partner. You actually want yourself. Like, you want somebody like yourself. Well, I really don't want somebody exactly like me. You really don't need anybody exactly like you. You just kind of need somebody that has the same values as you. You kind of need somebody that's going in the same direction as you. That's actually what you need. Now, y'all probably not going to have the same personality. Y'all probably not going to have every single thing in common. Y'all probably going to have likes and dislikes that are on the opposite end of the spectrum. But the values and the way that y'all might get to the same conclusion, but y'all think about it a different way. Does that make sense? That's how you have the same values, right? Like, say for there's a saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So essentially, she might say, well, I like cornbread. You might say, I like cornbread too. But she might like cornbread from, what's that? Yeah, I know Jiffy cornbread, but there's like another one with a K or something like that. Well, I like crustacean or something like that cornbread. It's a really popular brand. I can't remember it. Well, you both like cornbread. It's just, you like different types of cornbread. So maybe one tries the other, and, vice versa. I like that cornbread. So over time, you don't have to have Jiffy, and she don't have to have that other type. Just whoever gets what, y'all both going in the same direction, and it's not an argument. It's not an argument. Y'all going in the same direction. But too many times, people actually be going in the same direction, but they fight over the specific way that it has to be done. And you don't need to. Unless somebody is committing a crime or doing something that, like, just, you absolutely, it's actually one of your pet peeves. You actually cannot stand it. This is something I absolutely hate. Unless it's that, why are you trying to ruin a good thing? That's what you find with a lot of modern women.